Men need each other. You know, no matter how much red pill knowledge you acquire, no matter how good you become at protecting yourself from, the opposite sex, how good you become at acquiring resources, hoarding them, things like that. The simple fact is, on a biological level, men, and women, we were meant to be in tribes of about 50 to 150 people. And no matter how much you acquire for yourself, you're going to have these basic human needs to socialize. And you should really be taking advantage of the red pill community to start making friends in your area and build your social circle. Now, look, you'll never be able to build a 150 person tribe and most likely live in the woods like you were meant to in the caveman days. But I remember when I was preaching this idea to a happy, humble hermit, telling him, look, men need to start building their own social circles, and men that have different sort of powers and privileges in society that are also red pill aware need to start linking up with each other so they can all help each other out. It's good to have friends in high places, right? And I remember so many men were just appalled and opposed to this idea of linking together and building their own, sort of connections. And that was really baffling to me, because not only do we need each other emotionally, and we always will, no matter where you go in life, you're going to become sick if you don't have healthy human interactions with people that you feel genuinely care for you, right? They were appalled to the idea of building, I don't want to use the word like political power, but just having, friends that think like you, that have, different connections that can help you out if you ever need them, And you got to understand, man, no matter where you go in life, no matter what your race is, no matter what your background is, men need each other. You need to have guy friends. And you need that, honestly, more than you need female validation or interactions with women, believe it or not. You need to know that you have men that have your back, right? The whole lone wolf thing, it takes a toll on you mentally, emotionally, and you'll become sick. You'll become crazy after a while, spending too much time in isolation. I know this because I've tried it. I've done experiments. I've gone 30 days without talking to anyone. I've done little experiments like that. And you'll eventually go crazy no matter who you are. It's not enough that you're linking up with other men on the internet to share ideas about, red pill reality or red pill philosophy. You need to be taking a proactive approach to build connections in real life, because ultimately you need people in your real life much more than you need relationships online. You need that face-to-face human interaction. There are chemical releases that happen when you meet people face-to-face and you actually have interactions and experiences in the real world. And I see so many guys in this red pill community that they just get lazy. And it's like, well, I can go into a red pill live stream and go into the chat and talk to a few guys, and that's my social interaction for the day. And that is not even close. That's like a fifth of the human interaction you need. You're getting just enough to get by, but you're not getting enough to feel fulfilled, So that's really just the message of this video. It's not going to be a super complex video, but just know that you're never going to reach a point in life where you don't need other human interaction, and especially where you don't need other men in your life, not only for career or political reasons, but just on a biological level. You were never meant to just go off and be alone. And this whole men don't need anything, men don't need anyone, it's a very toxic new age mentality. And you got to understand, man, in the caveman days, the young The young men needed the adult men. The adult men needed the elders, the seniors. They all benefited from each other, right? The children and the teenagers, they benefited from the wisdom and guidance of the men in their 30s and 40s, right? And the men in their 30s and 40s, they benefited from the sage advice that the men in their 60s and 70s got. And the men in their 60s and 70s benefited from that youthful energy and that purpose of inspiring the younger men. We all need each other, no matter what your age group is. You're never gonna outgrow the need for other people. So remember that when you're in this red pill community, remember that you're never going to be too good to need other people, no matter how much enlightenment you attain or achieve. Everyone needs everyone, right? Humans are very social creatures. We're not, hermit crabs. we are emotional. We have emotional needs, and it doesn't matter what your race is, what your religion, what your beliefs. You need human interaction. So just remember that men need each other in this red pill community. And regardless of the difference in beliefs that certain red pill men might have, don't beat down on your fellow man because his views are slightly different than yours, right? Understand that you need him just as much as he needs you. And you don't have to see things 100% eye to eye. So many men, we become so rigid, and it's like, well, if he doesn't believe 100% of what I believe, then fuck him. And I'm just going to keep searching for people that are 100% like me. Even in your own community, you're never going to find people that are 100% like you. You need to love and accept your fellow man for who they are, for what they are. And, for the most part, take the good and leave the bad, right? Unless they are so toxic that they cannot be dealt with. Then, you might have to cut ties, cut relationships. But don't get caught in this rigid lone wolf mentality, and don't get caught in this, if they're not 100% like me, then they're garbage mentality either. And even I admittedly have fell for that. Oh, well, if they're not 100% like me, then fuck them. And that creates such isolation, and you're going to end up waiting to meet people that you're never going to meet, because you're never going to meet someone who's just like you. So you're waiting for a tomorrow that never comes, right? And you need to understand that today is all you have. This moment is all you have. So build relationships, build ties, build bonds in this moment, and let go of this hope that tomorrow something better will come along, because tomorrow never comes. So that's just the moral of that video.